Wednesday, November 5th, 1:30 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Do a recap, review, whichever word you choose, of my day trading I took this morning. I day traded the currencies. The currency pair I day traded was the euro. Part of my methodology is looking for correlations, divergences. So the currency, the correlation I'm looking at is with the US dollar index. The US dollar index is comprised of several currencies. The three largest currencies in the US dollar index are the euro, the yen, and the British pound. So on the far left is a daily chart of the euro. Sorry, on the far left is a daily chart of the US dollar. And then followed to the right of that, the daily chart of the euro, followed by that, the daily chart of the yen, followed by that on the last grid on the right, is the daily chart of the British pound. So what I'm looking at is in the morning, since the futures were open the prior night, I try to identify the US dollar and the other currencies, what my bullish bias is. Well, this morning, my bullish bias was, because again, it could change in the morning session later on, but again, I'm trading the morning session. The US dollar had already broken the swing point. I already broken the high of the prior day. It was bullish bias, key level. Where earlier, when I was looking at the euro daily chart, it was not. So I was showing the dollar was stronger. Again, euro makes up the largest weighted average in the US dollar. So I'm trading euro inverse, but I'm also looking at the correlation of the yen and the British pound, see how they were performing. Yeah, they were between the euro and the British pound, more bearish than the US dollar. That being said, that was my mindset. Bearish bias to dollar, bearish bias to euro, bullish bias to US dollar. So after I look at the daily, I'll take it down to the lower time frame, the 4-hour, to see if there's already potential reversals intraday. Same thing, 4 grids. The far left is the dollar, followed by the euro, followed by the yen, British pound. So when I'm looking at the 4-hour candle, it would not be completed till, because I'm looking at it around between 6 and 7, it wouldn't be completed till 9 a.m., but at least I can see the prior 4-hour candles and the current one, get an idea. So again, looking at 5 days, 4-hour candles. So when I was looking at it earlier here, yeah, we were trending up into here, consolidation there. So you can see how they all are now. Quite a bit of breakouts at a consolidation here in the dollar breakout. The euro down here, consolidation broke down. Japanese yen, it was up here, broke down in the British pound. Take it down to the next lower time frame, the 1 hour. Same thing, 4 grids. And I'm looking how they're performing because I want to see if there's big wicks and big wicks, what side they are. Help me identify if there's buyers or sellers. Again, far left, look at the dollar. Consolidation staircase pattern, higher high, inverse with the other currencies. After that occurs, I'm going to my radar, and this would be put on another screen. So on the top 4 grids, US dollar index, and the bottom, the 4 grids, the euro. And I'm looking at this radar to see how things are occurring when I'm sitting my hands watching. So on the far right is the daily. Second from the far right is the 4-hour. Third from the far right is the 1 hour. And the last on the left is the 15-minute. By looking at those time frames, again, I'm identifying if there's distribution accumulation and what's the bias or bullish. So this is all on one monitor. Then another monitor where I'm looking for the setups as well too that occur more often on the faster time frames. I'm going down to the both again, both grids, the 5 minute and the 1 minute. The top left, on the top far right, US dollar. So on the top far right, 5 minute dollar, and the top far left, the 1 minute dollar. The bottom right, euro, 5 minute, and the bottom left, the euro 1 minute. So again, I was already bearish bias. And what was playing out sweet this morning, let's zoom in here. Going to zoom in on the 5 minute between the 6 and the 9 a.m. On the top right, 5 minute US dollar. We had this sell off here on the far left, massive consolidation here. And then near the bottom right, after between 8 and 8:15, I had this consolidation, minor, impulse move up, strong impulse move up. So I labeled this. This was a key level where we had the reversal. Again, we had red, 2 candles here, lower highs, lower lows, even the green candle, lower low, lower high. Then we had a big impulse move up, reversal. So again, labeled just before it occurred right here. And then we came here, this gray zone. And again, look at this. Inside candle, made lower highs, but inside candle, it had this huge impulse move up. So I labeled this. My thought was, I'm looking for a retest, come down here at some point in time. And then I'll be looking for the inverse on the euro to trade bearish the euro. So I'm expecting on these retests, we will have a bullish move. Zoom in. Well, we had a reversal up around here at 9 a.m. We had a pullback in the 5 minutes. And then there was news several times today. And the bigger news was the 10. So we had pullback here. 950. We broke below here. So my thought was, okay, broke below here. We might go down to this one. But the next 5 minute candle, look at this. Inside candle, potential reversal. Hollow candle equivalent to a green. The news came out, huge push to the upside. Let me show you again here. Inverse on the bottom right. The euro. So again, I'm looking at this inside candle. Then I'm going to see a entry. And I'm going to do the bearish on the euro. So on the bottom right, let's bring it up some more. And the same thing. When we had the retest here, there's a yellow candle. And that red candle, again, breaking this key level. Look how it played out here. Right here. We had that white candle, which means open and close the same. Then we had the impulse move down. And we came back and retested it. But again, notice inverse candles here too. You had that strong green candle up, and then the reversal, red, lower high, lower low. And the single is much more clearer here on the dollar. And that being said, then I'm taking it to the 1 minute when it's in these retests. Let's show you how it looks here on the 1 minute on the top left, US dollar 1 minute. Now let's zoom in from the 9. So now on the far left, the 1 minutes. Again, as soon as it broke here. So I'm going to change this top left grid, the 1 minute, and I'm going to put in the 5 minutes drawing. There we go, the 5 minute. So again, you can see on the 1 minute. So on the top left, the 1 minute chart, I had the 5 minute drawing on the 1 minute chart. You can see how the reversal here broke down, inside candle, and strong reverse. So that being said, I'm looking for the inverse to trade bearish on the euro. Oops. Let me cue in the drawings on the bottom left, the 5 minute drawings on the 1 minute euro. Messed up just a minute. There we go. Let's zoom in. 9:30 to 9:59. There we go. So again, look at this, the 1 minute candles. On the top of the dollar, the 1 minute, look at that white candle. Means open and close the same down here, open and close the same. But again, key levels. So let's go forward with the news about to come out at 10. So the news came out, the dollar took off like a rocket ship, and the euro tanked. Well, let me cue my drawing, my tab that I had, sorry, the file I had for scalping. Yeah. This reversal here, which I'll show you also on the dollar. So I saw this inside candle here on the US dollar this 1 minute, and the reversal here, this big red candle on the bottom left, the euro, the 1 minute, it engulfed, this big red candle engulfed that green candle, lower high, lower low, but it engulfed it, looking for a reversal. This next candle occurred. I went bearish. I traded short. And I held it into the news. And I closed it in this 1 minute. I didn't make the max profit, but it moved fast. I made my profit. Nice. And that was it. This could be done on multiple time frames. I happened to see the sweet spot that was here on the 5 minute. Sometimes I'll see them occur on these two, these multiple time frames I'm showing, and then I'll take them down to the lower time frame. These drawings I'll take down to the 1 minute where I'm scalping on the 1 minute. Thank you as always, spending just a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.